I was left in the lurch. The planning was done by the elders with care, in hopes that a crowd would surely be there. The children were nestled at home in their beds, as visions of puppets now danced in their heads. Their mamas and daddies soon wanting to see all the children performing for the church family. While back at the church, I was left all alone, still wondering just where all the hours had gone. With the custodian on vacation and no one in sight, a glance of my list soon filled me with fright. With puppets to costume and angel wings to find, platform to decorate, I was losing my mind. Away to the prop room, I flew like a flash, pushed open the door, and saw all the trash. The floor of the prop room was cluttered with junk, from Easter and summer, even something that stunk. I fussed for a moment, then turned with a jerk, rolled up my sleeves and just went to work. I sorted out bathrobes, sandals, and things, threw boxes and trash bags. Now where are those wings? The clock on the wall was beginning to race, and I feared that those wings had been truly misplaced. When what to my wondering eyes should appear behind the VBS sign, way back in the rear, the gold of the wings I thought I did spy. I cheered and I hollered, then I let out a sigh. Now, back to the platform, as midnight drew nigh, I tacked up some scenery, sought help from on high. When out in the hall there arose such a clatter, I ran out to see just what was the matter. Our pastor had tripped on some props by the door, and I found him unconscious on the vestibule floor. He groaned and he moaned as he rose from the heap. "I'm sorry," I cried. Then I started to weep. He stood to his feet and asked, "What's the reason for the sad look on your face this joyous season?" I spoke not a word till I gained my composure. Then I told him that I wished this performance was over. Now, said the pastor, don't you worry your head. I'll stay and I'll help you. There's nothing to dread. And then, in a twinkling, the work was complete. I said my goodbyes and went home to sleep. A few hours later, I returned once again, now ready for the Christmas program to begin. The cross on the lawn with the new fallen snow was God's way of saying this was not just a show. More rapid than eagles the people poured in, the babies, the children, the women and men, each wanting to be part of the holiday fun, to celebrate Christmas and the birth of God's Son. The children were busy with puppets in hand, telling the story of God's love for man. As the program was ending, I looked through the place and was moved by the joy I could see on each face. It was then that I realized God had answered my prayer. The help I had sought had always been there. The Spirit quietly whispered that the work I had done had not been in vain, if God had spoken to one. With the closing song still fresh in my ear, I said to God, "Count on me next year."